Ronna McDaniel and the normalization of the dangerous, damned lies from the Republican Party.
You wouldn't hire a wise guy. You wouldn't hire a made man like a mobster to work at a DA's office.
And this is not about not having Republicans on.
Right.
My good friend Michael Steele is the former also RNC chair.
Ronna McDaniel will not be on our air.
Our sacred airwaves.
The viewers of this platform in particular, for at least 8 years, have found a home here for conversations around protecting democracy. And what they saw in the hiring of Ronna McDaniel is a decision to bring on board someone who's a liar.
That's the objective journalists of MSNBC losing their minds because the place that pays them to be political shills hired a slightly different kind of political shill. Welcome to Nerk News, I'm Nerkish, and in the span of 7 days, NBC hired then fired former RNC chair Ronna McDaniel due to temper tantrums from what they're calling their top talent, which frankly came as a bit of a shock to me because the hosts of MSNBC are hardly ever emotional lunatics prone to throwing fits on television. Anyway, here's Morning Joe and Beavis Bitterface addressing the initial announcement.
I know you won't be surprised to know that we've been inundated with calls this weekend, as have most people connected with this network, about NBC's decision to hire her. We learned about the hiring when we read about it in the press on Friday. We weren't asked our opinion of the hiring, but if we were, we would have strongly objected to it for several reasons, including Ms. McDaniel's role in Donald Trump's fake elector scheme and her pressuring election officials to not certify election results while Donald Trump was on the phone.
To be clear, we believe NBC News should seek out conservative Republican voices to provide balance in their election coverage. But it should be conservative Republicans, not a person who used her position of power to be an anti-democracy election denier. It goes without saying that she will not be a guest on Morning Joe.
You know, every time I watch a clip of Morning Joe, it feels like I'm looking at the POV of a 7-year-old who's being scolded for saying a dirty word. But to be fair, I do think they have a point. I mean, they shouldn't hire anyone who used their position of power to lie for a political party. That would be like someone hiring, I don't know, Jen Psaki, who ran cover for Biden colluding with big tech. I mean, could you imagine what that would be like? But to be serious for a moment, they do know that a lot of MAGA aren't necessarily fans of the former RNC chair, right? They kind of think she sucks, she was ineffective and wasted money. Vivek called her out during the debates. Does anyone remember this? And frankly, they should have known something was up when she went on CNN to criticize old white guys with Dana Bash.
What do these pictures have in common? Let's see.
I don't know. Yeah, there is a familiar theme here. I'm very happy to add a feminine touch to this wall.
But I guess that's the power of being in the Romney family. At least MSNBC was open-minded enough to say that they don't mind hiring a Republican, just not one so extreme like Ronna McDaniel. They'd probably prefer someone more like Ana Navarro or Elisa Farah. You know, someone who's only a Republican when they need to gaslight their audience into believing something. But let me know what you think. Do you agree with Morning Joe's assessment? What are your opinions on the Ronna McDaniel situation? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That stuff really does help us out. Until then, this has been Nerk News. Thanks for watching. Bye!